This is the Washington Times front page for Tuesday, May 30th, 2023. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. The Biden administration can't say how much progress, if any, it's making on a $5 billion initiative to build new electric vehicle chargers along America's interstate highway system. The 2021 bipartisan infrastructure law established the National Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Program, but the White House, Department of Energy, nor Department of Transportation were able to produce statistics to our Ramsey Touchberry on how many new charging systems have been built so far with those funds. Electric vehicles are a main part of achieving the president's ambitious emission reduction goals, but auto manufacturers and industry analysts question the feasibility of such a fast transition, in part because of the inadequacy of charging infrastructure. Former President Donald Trump leads the GOP primary field in early polling, but his rivals are ready to exploit a potential weakness. He can only serve one term if he wins in 2024. Tom Howell reports a group of former Trump administration officials recently formed the 8-year alliance in support of Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. They say the GOP's to-do list simply can't be done by a president who becomes a lame duck on his first day in office. A source familiar with Nikki Haley's presidential campaign said the former South Carolina governor thinks Trump's one-term limit is an important fact for voters to consider. The 22nd Amendment to the Constitution limits presidents to only 2 elected terms. A study finds China's rapid buildup of nuclear missiles, submarines, and bombers is increasing the danger of nuclear war. Bill Gertz reports the bipartisan group of specialists at Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory in Northern California is warning the United States is ill-prepared to deal with China's rise. Analysts at the laboratory's Center for Global Security Research concluded in their 71-page report that the Biden administration's plans and policies are insufficient and must be changed to reflect new nuclear dangers that are real and rising. The laboratory is funded by the Department of Energy and previously took part in designing nuclear weapons. Staying in the region, a wall is rising along much of North Korea's 840-mile border with its supposedly most critical ally, China. Reuters reported over the weekend on the latest developments along the border, which separates North Korea from China and, for a 10-mile strip, part of Russia. Citing commercial satellite data, the report compared and contrasted pre- and post-2020 images of the area, finding new, extensive obstacles rising. Andrew Salmon reports the barrier North Korean President Kim Jong-un is building is apparently designed to keep would-be immigrants from leaving. And finally, Stephen Dinan puts ChatGPT to the test, quizzing the artificial intelligence software on different historical events and facts. ChatGPT 4.0, the current version for which users pay a monthly fee, is somewhat better at accuracy than the previous 3.5 version. It nails questions about the most watched YouTube video of 2010, the 1980 federal deficit, and a question about the original 12 amendments proposed to the Constitution in 1789. Nathaniel Lovin, senior research associate at the Technology Policy Institute, said trivia isn't really what language AI models are intended to do. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Washington Times in any major podcast app. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.